Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Jackknife TV, or what's left of it. Um, so I'm going to go over a few things and realize my stupidity here in life, and basically came to the realization that about 2 or 3 years ago, when was COVID? COVID happened what 2020, 2021, right around there, and coming to a realization that I should have just quit while I was ahead. Uh, losing a business, I should have just quit then. Um, you know, I basically been an owner operator or lease purchase driver or whatever you want to call it, back and forth depending on when I had my own truck and whatnot, since 2016, and it's just been an up and down struggle nonstop. It's always been money in, money out, money in, money out. And I mean, I guess their luck plays a part into it, and luck and just personal finances and everything. Like, if I would have been single, didn't really have a house to worry about, kids, child support and stuff, I might have been in a better situation because I would only had me to worry about. Um, I could have stuck a lot more money away. I wouldn't have to rely on at least putting $1,000 a week or more into the house, for car payment, um, homeowners insurance, car insurance, um, cell phone bill. What else we got? Internet, kids' clothes and all that stuff. Um, but the biggest thing that bothers me is how stupid I was. Um, Thinking that if I didn't pay taxes and took that money I was saving for taxes and reinvested into the business, that I'd somehow be able to keep making money and pull myself, pay it back. Um, I would say the minute you have to start touching tax savings, um, to run your business is done. Um, there is no there is no going back from that, because you're going to dig yourself a giant hole that'll never disappear. You can't go bankrupt on taxes. You can't get away from that. My Social Security, if there is Social Security when I retire, is probably going to go to back taxes. Eventually, they'll probably levy my paycheck, but there isn't much of my paycheck left to levy. Uh, and another thing that's really surprising, if you go back to about 2016, if I would have made $29 an hour back then, I would have felt like I was doing pretty well. All right, I make $29 an hour now. Now I do pay child support, which is about, what is it, like $150? I got it knocked down to now, or $180 a week. And between child support and the $100 a week, and actually not even $100 a week, like $60 a week in benefits, it just and I'm being charged to pay child support too. I forgot. I have an administrative fee too. That's what, $25 a week, so like $1,200 a year to pay child support. The administrative fee. But to go back to what I was talking about, to make $29 an hour and feel like it's a drop in the bucket, when you have I have a paid off little house. All right, that's about the only freaking smart thing I did was took savings when I had it, um, and bought a cash little fixer upper house out in the middle of Cole County, PA. Middle of nowhere. Well, not necessarily the middle of nowhere, but a depressed area. All right, and to not have a mortgage, have one car payment, which is $450 a month, and have both people working. She makes about $24 an hour. I make 29, and to just watch that money disappear. Into nothing. Like, I don't even buy lunch now. I don't spend a dime. I buy gas every 2 weeks because I have a 7-mile drive to work. But the money just disappears just by buying food. Uh, you know, we're gonna have to buy school supplies here soon. Like, I don't have side by sides. I don't have a pickup truck anymore. That was paid off, but I got nothing. I got a little beater Volkswagen Passat, and she has the nicer car with a third row seat for the kids and everything. But she's a manager of a Dollar General, and I'm here basically being a knuckle boom crane operator, removing engines once in a while. And to be honest, I don't like, right now there's nothing for me to do. I've washed the truck, I've done a million things, and I almost feel like I'm not needed at this job, and like I'm afraid I'm gonna get laid off here because there's times where I'm just not. There's nothing for me to do. Sweep the floor. And how many times you can sweep the floor in a week or a day when nothing's going on. I just don't see things going like good at all. For me, like losing, like I prolonged my misery by doing what I did here, by like just randomly going out and leasing trucks and doing stuff, and feeling like I'm a businessman. Really, I instead of swallowing my pride and realizing that I failed years ago, I did a bunch of stupid things that keep going. And to be honest, I could have probably kept going. Just too much stuff was happening at home. Problems with the kids. There's nothing for us to fall back on. We don't have family members. My mom's dead. My dad's retired, and they all live like 200 miles away. Her mother, her mother is like a rich person nanny, but she has like 3 other kids relying on her. They can't, they have your average job. Your average job paying $15 an hour or $14 an hour. Their boyfriend's a welder, and whatnot, and the kids are all relying on my wife's mom, because they live in New Jersey and they can't even afford to get an apartment now. You're looking at, in some spots in New Jersey and here in Pennsylvania, like a studio apartment is like $1,200 to $1,500 a month. The worst part of all of her daughters now are having kids. Like, I almost regret having kids at this point because I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. You look at Indeed, you look at ZipRecruiter, and all the jobs on there. I would say about 90% of them pay within like a $15 to $20 an hour range, and the ones that do pay 30 or more dollars an hour, or like mechanics jobs and whatnot, like these guys here, the cat. Uh, they have to, they aren't supplied tools. They have to buy their own tools just like any other mechanic. And some of these guys have like 40, 50, 60, $100,000 worth of tools put away in these trucks here, and paying Snap-on and whatnot. And they're making like $30 an hour, $32 an hour. And these guys worked hard too. They're fucking covered in grease and dirt and shit all day long. They're out in the sun. Like, they work. And the way inflation is and everything, I feel like I feel bad for them. Like, they feel like they're working for nothing. Unless you have a wife that's making like $30 or $40 an hour too. You're struggling. You're probably paycheck to paycheck. Like, the only way I could see right now for me and my wife not to be paycheck to paycheck is if we had literally no bills. Had like a straight talk cell phone, paying $50 a month or whatnot, or $75 a month for both phones. No internet, because the internet, there's only one provider, so it's like $115 a month. Like, literally, if we just went back to like a 1950s style lifestyle, that's the only way I could see us like putting money away now. Getting rid of the car payment. I can't get rid of the child support. That's going to be there for like another 5 years. Another 5 years. Yeah, another 5 years. But man, like, if you think about it, the child support payment to me, it's like a mortgage. Like, if I was paying like a really cheap mortgage, like pre-COVID mortgage, and I feel like I couldn't make it. Like, holy shit, my dad made like, back in the mid 90s, I forget, I think he said he was making like $15 or $18 an hour. My mother didn't work, she had emphysema. But I lived in a trailer. It was a nice trailer. It wasn't like a dilapidated trailer, like it was a trailer park, but it wasn't like, the trailer parks you see now. I had sidewalks, it was nice, parks and shit. Like, even that places went to shit now. But when I was a kid in the mid 90s and stuff, it was nice for a trailer park, I guess you could say. But paid rent, land rent, paid taxes, had 2 car payments. I had Nintendo 64 and stuff and everything else, and it just he had money put away too. $1,000. There was always, like, the heater broke and stuff. $2,300, whatnot. Air conditioner broke, another $3,000 and stuff like that. Like central air, central heat, and he just had the money. Didn't pay credit cards and stuff, and he was able to support me, my mom, my brother. We remember going food shopping at Pathmark when Pathmark was a thing. If anybody knows what Pathmark is, fucking practically fill up 2 shopping carts for less than like $150. I just don't, man. And even when I was making like money, like didn't have to pay tax and stuff, I wasn't buying anything. It was just going in and out. And when I would start saving money up, like, there were a few times I had $20,000 saved up, plus that, and you'd have a good couple weeks, month or so, save some money up, and then the next month, 2 trucks are down. You're gonna have to shop for weeks, you're getting hit with $20,000 bills, between the two and stuff. Or you have a brand new truck and it's, needs injectors and stuff, and it's down for 2 or 3 weeks. That's all lost revenue. There's still money going out. You're still freaking truck insurance. Still, man, I am everywhere. I am everywhere with this little conversation here. But I don't know. This is just me venting right now. I don't know what's going to come of Jackknife TV. I don't know what kind of content I'm going to put out because, I'm afraid to freaking film anything here at work. Man, this sucks. This really sucks. I don't know how guys do it, going like losing a business and having to go work for somebody. Like I didn't understand how like shitty it's gonna feel, like having a job again. Because at least before, like I had money. Like if something like emergency happened, like the heater broke or something, I could have, there's at least a couple $1,000s laying around easily. Like I said, something bad happened, I would just pull the money that was getting put away, the 30% or whatever was getting put away for taxes, and I would just use it. Which that's not how you should run a business, I tell you what. I don't think anybody should follow anything I said through this channel, really. I mean, I've had a lot of good rants or whatnot, but ultimately I'm still a failure, which I don't know. According to mostly everything else, 90% of anybody that starts a business in trucking, at least, is failure. Like I have a buddy who runs a concrete business, and I mean he don't need anybody else working. I mean, even if I worked for him, he's only going to pay me about the same. But yeah, he runs a concrete business, and he'll do a $40,000 driveway, $40,000 concrete. These aren't really that big. You would be surprised how quick doing a concrete driveway adds up. But he'd do a $40,000 concrete driveway. They'd have it knocked out in about a day or two. By the time he pays everything, pays the rent, the concrete truck, pays the equipment that he's rented, like he rents a lot of the equipment. The amount of profit he makes off of that is like 25, 30%, 40% of profit. Now you go in the trucking and you try to do something like that, like your profit margins are like so slim, it's ridiculous. And especially now, like with the way emissions are and things, how unless you have like 100 trucks lined up with revenue coming off each truck, like I don't know, it's just totally ridiculous. Like I'm just thinking about it in my head. The only good business plan I would probably follow would be like what Gentry has. But Gentry also has been in the right place at the right time, has known the right people. Like that too. And that's a big thing. If you have no connections in life, you're not gonna make it. And I have no connections. And as of right now, being, well, actually I'm 37, but I'm gonna be 38 here soon. I just don't care anymore. Like I don't want to work really hard anymore. I did all those years of overtime, busted my ass. I got fucked up back from it, probably herniated disc. Like just tired. I was really like, I don't know. I guess that's why I did like what I did. A lot of stupid shit, because I figured if somehow I could keep the business going and the money pouring in, I could always just fill the hole, like, and that it would mean some kind of success, at least for me, if not my children. Like I'd be able to at least send them to college or something, stuff that my dad wasn't able to. Like we were living pretty good, like decent middle class, I guess you could say, even though it was a trailer. But he told me that he wasn't going to be able to like spend like $20,000 a year or $15,000 a year for me to go to college, and I didn't go to college. Instead, I went to trade school and took on a motor repair like an idiot instead of doing electrical or something else, some kind of unionized trade. And yeah, I am where I am right now. Like, going to be 38 here with like no skills. Well, I can't say that. I mean, skills, but they're not. they're not the type of skills that make you $100,000 a year. I think the only auto mechanic I ever met that made real money worked for NASCAR. Yeah. So that just goes to show you. I don't know. Anywho, that's it. That's enough 20-minute rant from Jackknife TV about life and going back and forth and not making any sense here. But I want to cut this right now. I don't want to post it because I don't know. Just need to talk about stuff, because if I don't, I'm gonna freaking lose it. And like I got nobody to talk to. Friends, family. Well, family. My family's crumbling apart after their grandparents died and shit. My mom died and everything like that. Like, there was, what happens. There's money to be had from grandparents, and people get pissy about things. And plus, I moved away. A lot of people moved farther away because to be able to afford to buy things, buy houses and stuff from the area, I guess, that I lived in. And it's just I got no family. Most friends that I had are all gone. A lot of that was the divorce and stuff. So I guess I'll talk about that later, because for the hell of it, that's like 100% my fault too. But I don't know. I'm just doing this to vent on the internet to a bunch of strangers, really. So yeah, so that's Jackknife TV. I'll catch you all later. See ya.